All right. Everybody doing okay? We surviving out there? Okay. Let's welcome Will Repass to the mic. He's going to bring us some poetry and verse.
So I'm going to read from a collection called Songs of Absurdity that's in debatably heroic couplets. But it's a bit long, so I'm going to have to start in media res on the third song. So this is called Song the Third, Ode to an Artificial Ficus and to critics fostering a less than favorable opinion thus far. By now, readers must think me a bleating goat whose words, like phlegm, get caught inside the throat when, ingesting, I expect ingestion, without enough concern for smooth digestion. So here's an interesting anecdote, to keep my reader's favor boat afloat and sink that triple-masted ego bloat of critics less benign about what I've wrote. In this, the feisty muse agrees with me and recommends an ode upon a tree. You'll find I almost never snub my muse, will dispense a sharp sting if I refuse to entertain her sage advice. That said, I'll now regale all those who haven't fled with this, my promised tale, of course in rhyme. What better way to perpetrate a crime? It happened yesterday, perhaps the day before, for time is like a child at play, slipping by, unnoticed by its parents, until the threat of death and bloody remnants strewn out across the jungle gym is brought into the realm of contemplative thought on paranoia's stage, a grim tableau of which a further rendering I'll forgo for readers' sakes. But still, you'll find it's true, what Einstein says, a truism through and through, that time is relative, but not his father, for we chide time for its bad behavior. And now, where was I? Ah yes, back in time a day or two, half listening to the whines and soothing hums of human hustle-bustle inside a hive of U.S. Service Postal. All of a sudden, I found myself distracted, as I am often wont to be, impacted thus by a sylvan green facsimile, for 'twas an artificial ficus tree, of genus sham and species shrub, and more subspecies pseudo-bogus, fit decor for such official space. This work of art, already made by cogs and moving parts, machines imbued with more artistic taste than man by man, more skilled at cut and paste, was but factory prefabricated, from choice materials amalgamated, then finished with a flourish, here and there, with paint, synthetic grace, and snazzy flair. O artificial ficus, nature's twin, of the woven leaves and crocodile skin, suspended overhead, your tangled boughs did shade me from fluorescent suns and rouse the metaphysical in me that lies dormant like Mount Tambora. In disguise and yet unleashed at times and opportune, its hidden surge of lunatic lampoon leaves jumbled detritus in its dread wake, along with fertile soil, a give and take. I pondered why humanity would think to furnish you with roots that never drink. I pondered, scratching head, and after due deliberation said, Eureka, having stumbled on the cause, as all around it burst into applause. O fake ficus, you'll longer live than me, for you were made to last eternity. I'm but mortal. Mortals can only die, and when we're dead, having sighed the last sigh of life, then you will crown the refuse pile, gathering up the dust and disgorged bile of late humanity, persisting free in the faded green of immortality. You, the timeless god of our endeavors, mock messiah of unfulfilled forevers. Gentle reader, prepare, for I maintain that for those who aspire to attain enlightenment, any given tree is suitable. Just take a look at me. I'll gladly play the role of guinea pig, for phony ficus serves as sacred fig, admitting, of course, the leaves of spun silk that distinguish those of the sham shrub ilk. Yes, indeed, this tree was mighty neato. To report such things has ever been my credo, yet sadly, though I have my Bodhi tree, not, it seems, as wise can be, to escape the gold enameled iron chains and all the plethora of aches and pains that constitute what Buddhists call samsara. Only the brief cessation of caesura still remains to me, but not nirvana. It's best to never overpaint a painting. When layered thick, paint is fond of flaking, So despite my muse, that naughty doppelganger, I'll leave my reader hung from a cliffhanger.